Okay, it's 6 p.m. Monday, March 17th. This is the regular assembly meeting of the Petersburg Borough. Will the clerk please call the roll?
James,
Excused?
Donna,
Here.
Bob,
Here.
Jay,
Here.
Rob,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Mark.
Here. Okay, it's now time for the voluntary pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty
and
and
justice
justice for all.
Okay, item 3 on this evening's agenda, approval of minutes. I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our March 3rd, 2025 assembly meeting.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, so move forward. Next item, amendment and approval of tonight's meeting agenda. I'd entertain a motion to move forward with the agenda as presented to us.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor of moving forward with tonight's agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, there are no public hearings. That's item 5. Item 6, there are no bid awards. That brings us to item 7, persons to be heard related to items on tonight's agenda. Is there anyone zooming in, Clerk Thompson?
There is not.
Okay, anybody in the audience like to speak? Seeing no interest, we'll move to item 8, persons to be heard on items unrelated to tonight's agenda. State your name, who you represent, and we have a 5-minute time limit, but I don't think that's an issue tonight.
So good evening. I'm Robin Taylor. I'm the superintendent for the Petersburg School District. I just wanted to come and give an update on where we're at with our capital improvement projects. Those did go out to bid last month, and we are right now in a 10-day bid protest period, but we did have contractor out of Sitka that put in for the bid. And so as early as tomorrow evening, our school board will be voting to support the contract, and then we should be moving forward on Wednesday, full speed, hopefully. So
Good. Hopefully we have nice weather for the project.
I sure hope so. But it's going to be fast and furious. We're looking to need to have the high school office area vacated 2 weeks before the end of the school year to give the contractor time to do the demolition that they need to do and hopefully have it ready for school. So as an administrative group, we decided we would rather have that disruption occur at the end of a school year than the startup of a school year. So we're looking that way. And then once we get the opportunity to truly sit down with the contractor, we'll start getting some messaging out to the community because it may impact some traffic flow as they're trying to get staged. So happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. All right. Well, thanks for giving me a chance to speak.
Okay, I don't know why I'm going to ask this. There's no one else in the room, but anyone else want to speak on items unrelated to tonight's agenda? See none. We'll move forward. Item 9, boards, commission, and committee reports. There's nothing listed there tonight. One item on the consent agenda, and that is to renew the Virtual Properties LLC lease. This is number 1 renewal. Entertain a motion to approve this request.
So move.
Second.
Motion's been made and a second. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Jay,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Okay, report of other officers. Mayor's report, pretty short. First of all, I'd like to mention I will probably be unavailable for the April 7th meeting. I'm gonna be on vacation, so I don't think I'll zoom in from the beach in Hawaii. So, anyway, besides that, we're seeking letters of interest. The Petersburg Borough is accepting letters of interest from citizens who wish to serve the community by filling a vacant seat on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board that would last until the election, October 2025. So letters of interest may be submitted to Clerk Thompson at the Borough offices located at 12 South Nordic Drive, or by sending to Post Office Box 329, Petersburg, Alaska, 99833, or by emailing to dthompson@petersburgak.gov. And that is all I have for the mayor's report. It's time for the manager's report.
Thank you, sir. There are still some seats available on the crisis response team training, which is being held March 18th through the 20th from 8 to 5 here in the Borough Assembly Chambers. Contact Chief Kerr for availability. Our annual pre-REAC apartment inspections at Elderly Housing were completed, and Kenny is working on the normal touch-up and maintenance issues that come from these. This is an inspection that we do prior to them coming in and inspecting our facility. Fire Marshal Weldy and the fire officers have been conducting our annual Intro to Firefighting course. This course prepares new recruits to be able to respond to fire calls and takes place Saturdays from 8 to 5 at the fire hall. Please speak with a fire officer or call the station if you're interested. It's never too late to join. The Division of Forestry and Fire Protection has issued a burn permit requirement for the whole of Southeast due to low snowpack and the forecast for, quote, drought conditions. Fire permits for Service Area 1 can be applied for on the Borough website. For areas outside of Service Area 1, you will need to file a permit with the Alaska Department of Forestry and Fire. For more information about the state permit, please go to forestry.alaska.gov or call 907-761-6230. This takes effect on March 17th, 2025. There were some recent problems with the batteries in one of the ambulances that left it dead up at the manor. Thanks to Sam Hoshire for quick turnaround and bringing it back into service. And there'll be a port security meeting with the U.S. Coast Guard, the Borough, and its partners on April 2nd at 9 a.m. in the Assembly Chambers. Airport badging for the EMS crew members has begun with the airport DOT crew. While we are transitioning to this new system, there may be some delays when executing medevacs. Basically, anybody who's fireman or EMS has to have a formal badge security to enter the airport grounds, which is new for us. The Volunteer Fire Department is aiming to have its Family Fun Day event in late April. If you'd like to walk through the station and see all the equipment, please keep an eye out for future advertisements. Parks and Rec is getting their greenhouse ready for seed planting, and Scott is working to get swimming lessons scheduled for our spring. Conducting first aid, CPR, and AED for the library staff on March 24th. Power and Light got word the submitted reports for the Section 243 grant were accepted and that we were approved to issue project-specific invoicing for Blind Slough Hydro. Invoicing for $2.815 million was submitted through the federal invoicing system on March 7th. And I think Carl might be able to jump in. I think money's on its way to us, but Carl, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we've received the funds. It's in our hands.
Thank you very much. I thought so. I thought I saw that come through.
Yeah, very exciting. Thank you.
Cool, thanks. Carl met with EPS to restart the progress on the Scout Bay Generation Project following the good news about the Section 243 grant. Project engineer is working on specs for switchgear and the generator transformer so Power and Light can advertise for bids on the equipment. An RFP for construction services will also be issued later this spring, pending receipt of the Section 2. Well, now we can issue it. After some due diligence in evaluating other GIS projects, the project team has decided to stick with using Esri ArcGIS for the utility mapping and information system. A purchase order for the additional licensing was sent to Esri, and the team will be focused on receiving some training on the software and developing an RFP for infrastructure field inventories for electric, water, and wastewater utilities. This is mapping system that we can put all of our water lines, power poles, and stuff in a map that guys can look up. Makes it a lot easier for them to, when there's call outs or trying to figure out what size water line or valves are where. So we're looking forward to it. Power and Light's 2 linemen apprentices recently flew to Fairbanks for their last intensive line school session. They will return to Power and Light in May and will need to complete the remainder of their apprenticeship hours to achieve journeyman status in the trade, which will occur for both within the next 6 to 12 months. Power and Light has received word that the annual maintenance shutdown at Tyee Lake will start on or very near June 10th this year. Contractor schedules have pushed the agency to start the initial shutdown at Swan Lake this year, with Tyee following that work. Power and Light will issue public service announcements when the schedule is confirmed and the shutdown gets closer. As you see, Carl is back to the office full-time, thanks to everyone who supported him during his recovery, and we're great to have him back. Friends of Petersburg Libraries will be holding a book sale on Saturday, April 5th, 11 to 1. funds raised support for the public library and the school libraries. The library is hosting a silent auction featuring 3 paintings by Beth Floor to benefit the library's art education endowment. The artwork is currently on display in the library foyer and will be available for bidding through April 5th. We've sent all of our power of attorneys the care plan updates for the residents and assisted living for them to review and sign. We've got some new software that automatically allows us to customize those and get them sent out and then track who hasn't returned them in time. So it's good documentation for us. Spring cleanup of the winter's traction sand has been underway. The sweeper and wash truck were out daily. May slow them down a little bit with this weather. We also started sorting rock at the quarry for the seasonal construction projects. The used oil heaters are running great at the baler. We expect all the supply tanks to be empty on time and to be ready to accept seasonal increase of used oil. Reservoirs are at capacity with recent rainfall totals. Some snowpack has been observed at higher altitudes. The draft biosolids permit has been received from EPA. Justin is making a few edits this week. The permit will go into effect in July. Surplus vehicle and equipment sealed bid auction is live. Bids will be open on March 28th at 1 p.m. Visit the borough's website or Facebook page for more information. And I was notified by Tlingit and Haida Housing of their interest in expanding the planned development at the airport subdivision to include additional lots. I'm working with an amendment to the agreement to bring before the assembly for the first meeting in April. The amendment will include the development of an additional 11 lots and finish up that whole street. So thanks to Tlingit and Haida. And that's everything.
Question to the manager on his report today. Member Marsh, are you okay?
I'm good, thank you.
Not cold.
Yep.
Okay, no items under unfinished business. New business. First item A is a resolution. It's 2025-06. This is a resolution to vacate and convey a portion of the Vermona Street right-of-way between North Nordic Drive and Valkyrie Street and authorize acquisition of Lot 10A and a 20-foot utility easement. Electric Utility Director Hagerman requests passage of this resolution that approves vacation of a portion of the Vermona Street right-of-way and conveys it to John and Miriam Swanson's adjacent lot to the north of the subject parcel. The Assembly previously approved this vacation and conveyance of this portion of the right-of-way with the Swansons' adjacent Lot 10 to the south, but property agreements on record for Lot 10 added complications to that action. The Planning Commission has approved the revised final plat, which will now establish, excuse me, Lot 10A for the future Pump Station 4, Lot 10B, parcel containing a utility easement for Pump Station 4 force main and other utilities, and Lot 1AA, Swanson's previous Lot 1A that will now include the vacated Vermona Street right-of-way. This is the final action before deeds may be signed to transfer properties as described. I'd entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Motion's been made by Member Marsh, seconded by Member Swartz. Discussion. Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Mark,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Jay.
Yes. Okay, resolution 2025-06 passes unanimously with a 6-0 vote. Item B under new business, rezone government lot 12 located at 1016 Sandy Beach Road from rural residential to single family residential. Assembly Member Lynn requested the Assembly approve to request the Planning Commission begin the process of rezoning government lot 12 located at 1016 Sandy Beach Road from rural residential to single family residential to be more consistent with the zoning of other residential lots in that area. I'd entertain a motion to approve this rezone request.
I make a motion to approve this rezone government lot 12 located at 1016 Sandy Beach Road from rural residential to single family residential.
Second. Motion made by member Newman, seconded by member Stan Gregory, I believe. Discussion.
Yeah, if I might, I put this on here because I think it's about the only lot left we have along that whole area in this particular status. And when Director Cabrera, brought the other lot that we looked at last time before the planning commission, she also asked that this lot be rezoned at the time, and it was not taken up. So what I'm asking is we go back to the planning commission and to get this one rezoned. Thank you.
Thank you for that update. Any other input? Clerk, call the roll.
Donna, excuse me,
Yes.
Donna, thank you.
Mhm.
Rob,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Jay,
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, that rezone request will go to the planning commission. Passed unanimously. Item 16 on tonight's agenda, communications. We list communications on our, on the agenda. That's on the Borough website. We don't read them at the meeting, so if anybody interested, they're available to you. Next item, 17, assembly discussion items, assembly member comments. Any assembly members have comments?
I do.
Okay,
Thank you. I would like to revisit the K-9 unit for the Petersburg Police Department. I know we've received a lot of information back and forth from Chief Kerr and others throughout Southeast, including some history on how K-9 or drug cases that involve canines have been handled with the district attorney and with Director, I think Assistant Director Kemp provided some input. And I say overall, the input from the public has been very positive, and I myself considered that the cost to the borough to get the dog has been categorized and made specific that it would make sense to purchase the dog at this time, right before budget consideration, but also the maintenance for the $14,300. That also makes sense to go forward.
whoops, you froze up, member Marsh. Want to try?
You're back.
There
We-
you are.
We lost you there for a little bit, member Marsh, so, but.
Yeah, likewise. So yeah, just that next meeting, I would like to bring the K-9 unit forward again.
Okay, thank you for the information. Any other assembly members have comments this evening? Recognitions, any recognitions by staff or by assembly members? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah, I'll throw that in. Meeting's adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.
16.
Thank you.